isolated. So Mozinet Gedemu hanging on to Sisay Lemma and Kipchumba. So the two athletes who were dropped, Evans Chebet has lost contact with the group. He's in 5th. And Bahanu Legesse is in 4th. And all of a sudden, 5 have become 3. And look at this from Sisay Lemma. 3rd last year. Is he intending to upgrade to the biggest finish of all? He is running around about his PB shape. He ran 2:03.36 in Berlin a couple of years ago when he was 3rd in that great race behind Kenenisa Bekele and Bahanu Legesse, who's in 4th. This is a definite move from Lemma. He clearly fancies this, and what a victory it would be.
Yeah, Lemma looking very, very strong as they approach the final stages of this race. Honestly, Rob, I thought he was in danger of being dropped from that leading group. He's absolutely accelerated brilliantly to cut a gap on Kipchumba. By comparison, Kipchumba starting to look a little bit laboured. We haven't got splits for 40k yet, but they'll be through any moment.
Yeah, Lemma looks really good here, Mara. This is an excellent piece of acceleration. Kipchumba and Gedemu might get locked in a big battle for second. It's not an unbridgeable gap at the moment, but I agree with you. If you look at the body language between the two men in 2nd and 3rd, and Lemma up ahead here, his cadence is good, his leg speed and turnover is good. He looks relaxed, well, as relaxed as you can do, running a marathon in 2:03 plus change with about 1.5 miles to go. This is excellent from Sisay Lemma.
Yeah, looking very relaxed. Under 10 minutes to go.
Lemma's face is a picture of concentration. Having a little glance over his shoulder. 1:57.27 with just 2.5k to go. He's still on course for sub 2:04. It's a brilliant run. It's not going to be Eliud Kipchoge's course record from 2 years ago. He might have half a chance of a PB if he can keep this going, but 10 seconds here or there is irrelevant. It would be a massive victory in the world's biggest marathon for Sisay Lemma, the 30-year-old, if he could keep this going. He has won 5 marathons before, including Vienna and Frankfurt, but he's never taken one of the big titles. 3rd in London, 2nd in New York, 3rd in Berlin, 3rd in Tokyo. This would be an absolutely huge victory, and he's beginning to pull away here. With every stride, he's putting more distance between himself and Kipchumba and Mozinet Gedemu, who are locked together in a battle for second. The early autumnal sunshine providing a glittering backdrop along with the London Eye for Sisay Lemma, but he's not interested in sightseeing at the moment. He is fully focused on the road up ahead of him and a mile that would take him to a massive achievement, and he is streaking away from Kipchumba and Gedemu now. He has timed his move to absolute perfection here, and how the organisers of the London Marathon will be enjoying and savouring every single second of this. We were talking to them and listening to all the press conferences earlier this week. They've put in so much work with so many COVID protocols still in place to try and ensure that there has been a brilliant set of elite races and a great occasion for the 40,000 club runners and fund runners and fundraisers. London's back. They say the sun shines on the righteous, and it is perhaps fitting that the sun is coming out on a glorious autumn day here. Fabulous elite wheelchair racing, fabulous elite women's racing, and now Sisay Lemma has one hand on the 4th elite title available on the Virgin Money London Marathon for 2021. Finally, it looks like it's going to be his turn to be the main man.
Yeah, real veteran of the marathon. Great to see him winning a really iconic major race like this, and he looks really comfortable. So brilliant running from Lemma. He just tucked in the early stages, didn't waste his energy up at the front doing any of the hard work. Didn't manage to finish the Olympics, so great redemption for him. And due to finish in a sub 2:04 at the moment. Meanwhile, back in second and third, Kipchumba and Geramu fighting it out. Legesse back in fourth. So, birdcage walk. This feels like an awfully long road when you're finishing a marathon, believe me. But soon he'll have Buckingham Palace in his sights and turn on to the Mall. So Sisay Lemma of Ethiopia having an absolutely terrific race. PB of 2:03.36. I don't think he's going to break that, but he'll be very close.
What a contrast to the figure he cut in Tokyo when he was unable to finish the Olympic marathon. He's finishing here in London. From Sisay Lemma, his compatriot Bahanu Legesse dominated the press conferences and was talking in confident mood about an attack on the course record. We knew all about the speed of Mozinet Geramu, the 4th fastest in history with 2:02.55. But Sisay Lemma, quietly and gradually, has got himself into the perfect position to produce the finish and the performance of a lifetime. Yes, he's won 5 marathons before, but never a race of this prestige and this quality. The greats come to London, and the greats come to London to win, and that is what Sisay Lemma is doing here. Third behind Shura Kitata and Vincent Kipchumba last year. He's been third in Berlin, third in Tokyo, second in New York. But today is the day for Sisay Lemma to bask in the spotlight. It's his turn to be the number one. And what a way to do it. The other two not even in sight yet. He has enough time to wave to the crowd and savour every single second of this. It won't be a PB, it doesn't matter. It's a world-class time, a world-class performance, and he's beaten a brilliant field. Sisay Lemma achieves a lifetime goal. Finally, he's won one of the big ones, and it's London, and it's 2021. Brilliantly done. Relief, joy and elation. And another second place finish for Vincent Kipchumba. Runner-up last year, runner-up this year, but there's no disgrace in that performance. He's beaten his lifetime best. He's inside 2:05 for the first time. And Mosinet Gedemu completes the podium. Another great performance, 2:04.40s. Fourth last year. He's back up onto the podium where he belongs, following up his second place finish 2 years ago. But the glory and the headlines in Ethiopia tomorrow will belong to Sisay Lemma. He's a London champion at last. You know what, you have to be really pleased for someone like Lemma there, Mara, because he's not the highest profile athlete ever to emerge from Ethiopia, and everybody was talking about Legesse and maybe Gedemu as well, but he seized his chance and he's delivered brilliantly there, brilliantly.
Yeah, real veteran of the marathon. It's great to see athletes who have raced a lot finally winning a really big one. And Evans Chebet there finishing in fourth place. So fast times in the men as well, 2:04.01 for Sisay Lemma.
The wheels really came off in the end for Bahanu Legesse just in the last 3 or 4 kilometres. It's still, of course, a world-class time, low 2:06s, but he'll be disappointed with that, especially because he believes he can break Eliud Kipchoge's world record.
While we're waiting for the other men finishers, let me just bring you up to date with the rest of the elite women's field. So we had Charlotte Purdue in 10th, Bahani Dibaba, Ethiopia 11th, Diver of Australia 12th, Magetu, Ethiopia 13th, and here comes defending champion Kitata.
And do you know what, Mara? He deserves huge credit for completing this race, because he was detached from the lead group